Hey everybody, it's Rick Silva with Ask Rick Silva. I'm going to make two videos with one introduction. This is the introduction. So we're going to talk about smoking pork shoulder, and we're going to talk about smoking brisket. Some of the little tricks that I've learned over the years. I'm not a butcher and I'm not a chef. I'm just a guy who's cooked hundreds and hundreds of world-class briskets and pulled pork. So a couple things to understand about brisket and pulled pork. Pork shoulder, pork butt, whatever you want to call it, is this area. Brisket is this area on the cow. So what we need to understand about fibrous meats, when the cow or the pig, when they're walking, this turns into almost a muscle. It's very, very fibrous. If you don't have the time, and I mean a lot of time, to smoke it properly, don't smoke it. Then you want to smoke a steak or something, but you want to smoke pulled pork, so pork shoulder, pork butt, or you want to smoke brisket, you need to take the time. So later on in the video, I'll explain how I do the temperatures. I just want to tell you a few things right now. No matter what anyone says in a video, including this one, someone's going to tell you the opposite. But there are a few things people agree on, and one of them is generally pulled pork, 203 degrees, you pull it, and brisket, you cook to 205 degrees. Generally, everyone agrees on that. Some people pull at 190 for both. I pull pork, 203, brisket, 205 degrees. Rule of thumb, give or take, 1 hour to 90 minutes per pound. So you simply, if you're cooking a 12-pound brisket, it's gonna take 12 to 16 or 17 hours. Pork shoulder, usually 5 to 7 pounds, is going to take you, I still would cook it 9 to 12 hours at a minimum to really break it down and really make it tender. Okay, so everything else I'm going to show you is going to be during the video. I just want to make sure that you understand going in, it's a very fibrous meat. It can become the most tender meat you will ever eat in your life if you take the time. 1 hour to 90 minutes per pound. Okay? It will be as tough as shoe leather if you don't take the time. Again, if you're in a hurry, cook something else. Low and slow with pulled pork and brisket. Okay, on to the smoking. Hey everybody, it's Rick Silva. Tools of the trade for smoking pulled pork. So we'll just run through them. Tinfoil tray. This will be after the pulled pork is, the pork has smoked 8 to 10 hours, then I wrap it. So tinfoil tray. If you have a Costco near you, the Reynolds heavy duty aluminum foil, that's what I use. I smoke with Rectech pellet grills and I really like their rub, so I use the Screamin' Pig rub. There it is right there. Screamin' Pig rub. Also, I rub almost everything I smoke, including brisket, tri-tip, pork loin, pork shoulder. I rub it with mustard. I use, this is the greatest invention ever because you can toss salads with this. You can, a lot of different things. These are bear paws. Bear paws. For the pulled pork. I'll show you use them tomorrow when the pulled pork's done. And then the second greatest, this is tied for the greatest invention in history of mankind. Cotton lined gloves for the heat. So you put the cotton lined glove on, and then we use the, I get these from Amazon Prime delivered right to me, the powder free nitrile gloves. You just take the glove and you put it over your cotton lined glove. The heat that you can take with the cotton lined glove and the nitrile is, it's unbelievable how much heat you can withstand. So those are the tools for smoking pork shoulder, pulled pork. Here we go. Hey everybody, it's Rick Silva. Tools of the trade for smoking pulled pork. So we'll just run through them. Tinfoil tray. This will be after the pulled pork is, the pork has smoked 8 to 10 hours. Then I wrap it. So tinfoil tray. If you have a Costco near you, the Reynolds heavy duty aluminum foil, that's what I use. I smoke with Rectech pellet grills and I really like their rub, so I use the Screamin' Pig rub. There it is right there, Screamin' Pig rub. Also, I rub almost everything I smoke, including brisket, tri-tip, pork loin, pork shoulder. I rub it with mustard. I use, this is the greatest invention ever because you can toss salads with this. You can, a lot of different things. These are bear paws for the pulled pork. I'll show you use them tomorrow when the pulled pork's done. And then the second greatest, this is tied for the greatest invention in the history of mankind. Cotton lined gloves for the heat. So you put the cotton lined glove on, and then we use I get these from Amazon Prime, delivered right to me, the powder free nitrile gloves. You just take the glove and you put it over your cotton lined glove. The heat that you can take with the cotton lined glove and the nitrile it's unbelievable how much heat you can withstand. So those are the tools for smoking pork shoulder, pulled pork. Here we go. Okay everybody, here's a pork shoulder, bone in, the bone's right here. So it's almost impossible to mess up pork shoulder. Brisket is what's tricky. Pork shoulder is one of the easiest things in the world to smoke. I start with the fat cap up, and I'm gonna rub mustard on it, and I'm gonna put the rub, then I'm gonna flip it so the cap is down, and I smoke the first 10 hours cap side down. And then when I wrap it and put it in tin foil, at that time I'll determine if I'm gonna go cap up, but I'm probably going to leave it cap down the entire time. So step one, again, pork shoulder is about the easiest meat there is to smoke. Virtually impossible to mess it up. First step, mustard. Okay, now we've got the pork shoulder completely covered in mustard, and now we start to put on the rub. Again, I use the Rectech Screamin' Pig rub. And we put some more mustard. Now, if you have any questions about the mustard, some people use olive oil. Some people use mustard. Some people don't use anything. I use it strictly to get the rub to adhere better to the meat. That's why I use it. And it leaves no flavor. You're not going to taste the mustard on the meat. It's just a nice adhesive. There we go. One down, one to go. And then we'll get them out on the smoker. Thanks for watching. Be right back. Okay everybody, it's Rick Silva. It's late at night. It's about 11 o'clock at night, so I'm not going to be too loud. Hopefully this is getting picked up by the microphone. So here's my Rectech Mini. I'm actually shooting 2 videos, so there's the other Rectech going. So I want to show you. There are the pork shoulders. And with the probes, I'm not going to worry about the temperature right now. It's going to be a while before I'm worried about the temperature. And if I can pick this up, I'll show you. In here, my pellets. Sorry it's so dark. That's a combination of cherry and pecan. Okay, so the next time you see the pork shoulders, they will have been smoking for about 9 hours. See you soon. Everybody, quick check on our pork shoulder here in the morning. Went to bed last night about 1:30. I have not even checked on it. This will be the first time I'm looking at it. It is now around 9 o'clock in the morning, so we are 10 hours in. Let's take a look. Whoa, look at that. Wow, that looks great. The other thing I wanted to talk to you about, and we're going to walk around here to the side of the house, is how I store my pellets. And you can see all these cans here. So what I used on the pulled pork shoulder, you can see right there on the side of the can that says cherry. Those are the cherry pellets. And then pecan pellets. That's what I use for pork, for chicken, and for turkey. Okay, we'll see you soon. Thanks. Hey everyone, it's now 11 a.m. and I just wrapped the pork butts. So both pork butts are in that container right there. That's a big turkey roasting tray. So real quick on the temperature, it's, I don't know if you can see it, it's set at 250. If it's coming through in the video or not, I'm not sure. But right now it's set at 250 degrees. So what I did is I smoked it. I smoked the pulled pork for 11 hours at 180 degrees. And then when I wrapped it, I bumped it to 250 degrees. And then this will stay wrapped until it gets to 203 degrees, and then I'll pull it. Okay, we'll see you soon. Thanks. Bye. This is how you pull pork.
Oh my god, so you just strip it out? Beautiful. Hey Bradley. Hey Brad.
I'm having him film it for me. I think it's done. I'm gonna slide right behind you real quick, okay?
You want me to pull the garbage can over closer?
No, I want you to film this, okay?
No, but
I can't edit out the sound, so just let it go.
Tiny and I wrote, we wrote 10 things why you stand, and I threw in there as a joke many moons ago. It's far cheaper than your first introduction, and they're going to do that. That's ridiculous. Yeah, that's crazy. Dress it up. The millennials, they only look online, then they go. When they see
That means it's done right there, ladies and gents.
Jump in. It is, it really is. My God. I'll make you guys some money. I hate to hear that.
So you can't trust the skinny, you can't trust the skinny chef, you can't trust me.
He's Italian, right? 100%. He's 85. You can't tell him anything.
Okay, look at me. Okay, now. Now I'm gonna videotape the cameraman tasting the meat. Give me 1 second.
The men are shocked.
Here, Brad. First he's gonna try a burnt end. Just take one and try it. I love to get his reaction.
Okay, we better go.
I'm filming this whole Hurry up.
Don't drip. No second dipping.
I'm filming this one. Okay, come over here. Pulled pork. He can't even think straight.
Crazy. You should be fired. Fire him.
It's melting. It's melting.
Thank you.